Hey there YouTube, WhiskeyCactus here, welcoming you back to Pokémon Scarlet and Violet Battle Stadium VGC doubles competitive Pokemon online battles, whatever you want to call it. I don't really know. We have this team here that we used in the last episode. So if you haven't seen that episode, I do highly advise going back and watching it. It was actually pretty interesting. We played a bit better than I expected. So that was a lot of fun. So I'm going to very quickly go over this team. There was a more in-depth, detailed analysis of this team in that episode, but I am going to do a brief overview here. So we have what I'm calling kind of a Sun team. It's not really a Sun team, it just has the Lilligant Torkoal lead. But we have Estelle the Lilligant here with Focus Sash, Leaf Storm after you Sleep Powder Protect, running 252 in special attack instead of HP, which I think, small spoiler alert, did come in clutch in one of the last games that we did. So it is there for a surprise, powerful Leaf Storm if we need it, because my opinion is that even if you put 252 in the HP, Lilligant's not going to live anything, really. It's a very frail Pokemon, so I think it's better to have that surprise special attack with a hard-hitting Leaf Storm. So we have that. Paired with that Lilligant is this Torkoal here, ALL, who is Choice Specs, Drought, Eruption, Heat Wave, Earth Power, Solar Beam, maxed out in HP and special attack. It is a min speed Torkoal with 0 speed IV. So that's pretty cool. Rounding out the core really is this Murkrow and Garchomp combo, which we have Murkrow here with the Eviolite bulked out, nice and bulky. It's a Murkrow, so it's not really that bulky, but it can take a hit or two before it goes down, which is pretty much all it's really going to need. So Prankster ability, of course, so we have Tailwind, Prankster Tailwind, very handy to get up very quickly, so that SYLVEON and especially Garchomp can take advantage of that. We have Foul Play for damage, and then Haze and Taunt for disruption. Then we have a bulky Garchomp, which I think has mattered quite a bit, if I'm being honest. In the previous games, I think multiple times people have attacked the Garchomp expecting to do more damage than they end up doing to it. And I think those 252 HP EVs have really helped it survive some things. We also have very heavy attack investment, a little bit of bulk in the defenses, and then 60 speed, so that it really likes to have that tailwind. So it's not super fast. It's adamant nature. It's not jolly nature. It's not super fast, but it's still fast. It's a Garchomp. But it does really appreciate Murkrow's tailwind. So that is a very good lead combo. I think I led that all 3 battles in the previous episode. And then we have SYLVEON, who is a very slow Sylveon, but again, appreciates Tailwind. So it doesn't really have much speed investment. It's pretty much all bulk in HP, and then max special attack. It does have a few points in the other stats, especially speed. It has a point in speed, 2 speed creep, other slow Sylveons. And then we have Crewmate, our asshole on board, our official asshole on purpose, Amoonguss doing Amoonguss things, such as clearing away your stat buffs, and rage powdering and sporing, and just making you really angry, because that's what Amoonguss does. So that is the team. It has served surprisingly well so far. I think it's probably the weakest of the 4 teams I've made for this, and so far I'm pretty happy with its performance. So, and also my performance, because I'm the one making the decisions here. So we'll see how well we do. Let's see if we can keep climbing the ladder. So let's go. So here's the team. This is a rental team that I created in my Scarlet copy. So there is the code up there, 2A7YBE, if you feel inclined to use this team for yourself. So we're going to pick that team, and then we're going to go ahead and jump on into the ranked battles and see how we do. So I have not done any battles in between last time and this time. So we're actually jumping up to rank 3 in beginner tier. We are 3-0. So let's jump into double battles. We are 3-0. We're going to go ahead and pick this team. I am certain I'm going to lose today. I am feeling, oh god. That's not good. There we go. We're sticking with random, and as we do better, the opponents are going to get better, and then I'm going to start losing more. Because I'm okay at this, and sometimes I make decent moves, and sometimes I don't. So we'll see how it goes. Let's search for an opposing trainer, see if we can find one. at my rank. And then we'll jump into a fun little battle. Okay, here we go. We got Ryan, rank 3. Alright, Ryan. What do you got? You got good stuffs. Alright, so you've got good stuffs. You have Extreme Speed Dragonite. You have Tailwind Murkrow. You have Haze Murkrow with Goldengo. You have potentially Tailwind Hydreigon. And you have Cerulege with Flash Fire. So this is actually a really bad matchup for me. I do like Sylveon here. Sylveon's not bad. I don't know if Murkrow really wants to come. The problem with Sharknado is that Sharknado doesn't really have a way to hit a lot of these flying types. But he does hit a lot of people hard. So I'm going to go, you know what? I'm going to go Sharknado Amoonguss. We'll see how that goes. I haven't used Amoonguss at all yet. So I think that might be worth considering. Pixel in the back. And then I don't know that Murkrow necessarily helps me here, but I almost feel obligated to bring it. Because I don't think Torkoal or Lilligant really helps. So I think that's what we're gonna go with. This is probably gonna be the first loss. I don't think I match up well into this team at all. That's a very solid Good Stuffs team that has just a lot of the Pokemon that are very common in the format right now. So we'll see how we match up to it. I have a feeling that this is gonna be something where I'm going to want. Yeah, okay. This is okay. Got Garchomp and Amoonguss. So I predict Tailwind. I also can predict a Taunt here. So I think what we want to do, we clearly want a Rock Slide, right? That makes the most sense there. Or if I predict the Taunt, well, either way, if the Taunt comes out, that's okay. I think that's ultimately okay. Let's go for the Rage Powder, and we'll go for the Swords Dance. No Taunt from the Murkrow, so it's probably just going to be Tailwind. I'm okay with that. So what's the Hydreigon going to do? He's going to Draco Meteor right into the Amoonguss. I'm very cool with that. That's very good. We get a special attack drop, and we get the Life Orb damage. We get our Swords Dance up nice and clean, but we're not faster. That's the problem, is that we're definitely going to be outsped. I don't know if TERA is really ideal here. It is going to take away our weakness to the Draco Meteor, but I think honestly, I think we just go for a Rage Powder. Doesn't click Taunt again. That was kind of my fear, was that it was going to click Taunt. It's going to Haze. That's okay. I'm okay with that. And we get a Swords Dance boosted Rock Slide, so the Murkrow is definitely going to go down. Moongus falls down. That's fine. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Did its job. And now we're going to get a nice, really aggressive Rock Slide off. That damage was pitiful. That was Swords Dance boosted. I don't know how to feel about that, quite honestly. But we've got to go for a Tailwind here, for sure. Absolutely have to go for a Tailwind. Oh, because of the Swords Dance. That's right. That's right. You know what? That's okay. That was actually kind of silly. Thinking I could set up on a Murkrow like that. Yeah. Yeah, that was just a bad play all around. Okay. Well, you know what? We got our Tailwind. We got our Tailwind. It's fine. Told you we were going to lose today. I think this is a very clear... well, it depends. What is that Hydreigon going to do, right? I don't know what the Hydreigon does. I'm not going to Terra. I should have Terra'd, probably. But we could taunt the Murkrow. I don't know how well that's going to go. Right? He's protecting. I'm okay with that. We taunt the Murkrow. Because I'm a dumbass, actually. He's doing the same thing, though, so you know what? I don't feel bad, because he did the exact dumb thing that I did. So you know what? I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I'm actually okay with that. Pricer doesn't work on dark types, dumbass. See, this is why we're ranked 3 on the ladder and not Master Ball tier, right? See, the good thing now, though, is that he cannot protect this turn. His Tailwind is down. So that's great. My Tailwind is still up. The Goldengo comes out. Now, obviously, you know, he's expecting to be able to just come in here with some nice Make It Rain and make me hurt a lot. So the clear play here is to go for the foul play on the Goldengo and to defensively terrestrialize my Sylveon into a Steel type so that we don't take super effective damage from Make It Rain. Now, perhaps a Protect would have been the play, but I feel like punishing... That was not a whole lot of damage. That's okay. I feel like punishing, you know, Goldengo for using a Steel-type move is probably a decent play here. But I think Murkrow is going to take a hit quite a bit. He does take one. We actually knew that Murkrow took one from before. So Goldengo's here. Ceruledge is here. Ceruledge is a bit of a problem because it pretty much walls my Sylveon. Now, I feel like... I feel like I'm going to Protect. And we're going to Foul Play. That's probably going to put me in a bad position. It's probably going to put me in a bad position, but I need to get some damage on this Ceruledge before Murkrow goes down to... Oh, my God. That wasn't even a crit. Alright, that makes me feel a lot better about that play. So the good thing is, Goldengo's stuck, right? Because Goldengo, we don't have Haze anymore. So it just has to sit here getting weaker and weaker and weaker. And I don't know that it really has a good way to hit me. I don't really have a good way to hit it either. But, you know, we can probably win this battle of attrition here. Are you going to take your Steel type away, dude? What are you doing? No, you're gonna... Okay, you're going to be Terra... You're still going to be Terra Steel. That's fine. I was going to say, man, you got to go for the extra damage. That's pretty much your only win con here. But then again, like, I'm not doing much either. But I'm bulked out. Right, so Sylveon's very bulky. And we get the win. I cannot believe that we've managed to pick up wins from some of these games where I have played absolutely piss poor. But then I gotta remember I'm also on rank, like, beginner tier, right? So that's kind of just how it goes. Like, not only, like, I tried to taunt a prankster something on a dark type. He also did that to me too. So he didn't play very well either, right? So that's kind of my saving grace, is that A, I don't play well, but B, my opponents also don't play well. But somehow we're 4-0. I don't even know how that's possible. Sorry about that. But let's go ahead and continue battling. I think we are in Pokeball tier now, which means we're actually going to start getting opponents that are definitely going to beat me. I can't believe we haven't lost yet. But we're going to see if we can find an opposing trainer who can handle this team that is 4-0. I'm sure. I'm bound to lose eventually. I have to lose soon, man. There's no way I can keep winning. It's too much pressure. Alright, this is a very odd team. So we have Palafin, Dondozo, Tatsugiri. We have Mimikyu, who could set up Trick Room, but I don't know if he's going to. We have the Dunsparce. And we have the Dragapult. So that's very interesting. This team might... I'm trying to think of what the play here is, right? So Tatsugiri Dondozo doesn't like Estelle. So I'm probably going to want to bring Estelle. Or Crewmate. I don't know that this team really appreciates... Really doesn't have anything that Sharknado can't hit. If he goes Trick Room, but he's so slow. Most of his Pokemon aren't, like, really set to take Trick Room. I think we go with this. Like, I don't know that what he does with Trick Room, right? I mean, I guess Dondozo can sweep. But maybe Dunsparce? Maybe it's a Dunsparce sweep under Trick Room. I don't know. I've never seen Dunsparce be used in VGC, so I'm interested to see what happens here. That's assuming that the Mimikyu is even there to set Trick Room. I don't know if that's what it wants to do. So it's okay. We're doing Dondozo Tatsugiri. So we got Murkrow Garchomp, which is okay. I'm okay with that. So we can just do a very, very easy haze, right? We do a very, very easy haze. That's not a problem at all. Now the question is, what do we do with Garchomp? Do we switch out Garchomp? Or do we stay in with Garchomp? I think we switch Garchomp out into Sylveon. That's very passive. That's a very passive play. We could just try to go for really big damage, but, I mean, Dondozo's defense is very high. So, oh, there's no harm in clicking Earthquake. We haze the stat buffs. We click Earthquake. And then we see what happens here, right? So it doesn't do great. It does a substitute. That's not ideal. That's not ideal. See, like, here's the problem. I have Lilligant for this specifically, and I didn't bring her. Right? Is that not the problem here? Is that not the exact problem here? Alright, so we don't really have a way to hit this at all. So the problem now is he's going to order up. I'm going to probably have to click Foul Play. And then we're definitely want to get Garchomp out here into Amoonguss. That feels like the right idea. But we don't really have a way to hit this Dondozo. So, you know, this would have been an ideal situation. Actually, this would have been an ideal situation to lead Lilligant Torkoal, if we're being TBH. So that's not gonna break the sub. This sub is just not gonna. This is gonna. Oh, never mind. It does break the sub. Why does that break the sub? That feels very odd. See, okay, you know what? I can almost appreciate the attack buffs now. Now I could taunt, but I feel like I want to just keep going for Foul Play, especially considering that it breaks the sub, right? And then the other thing we could do is potentially Spore. Or we can Rage Powder. Do I want to put him to sleep, or do I want him to hit me? I think I want him to hit Amoonguss. I think I want to go Rage Powder. Rage Powder, Foul Play. This feels interesting. So I can be fully happy with you constantly buffing your attack. You're gonna Wave Crash into the Amoonguss. I'm fine with that. That's perfectly acceptable to me. You're certainly not setting up a substitute now. At least I don't think you are, especially considering Foul Play breaks the sub. So we just Foul Play again, and then I think, since we outspeed, I think there's really no reason not to just click Protect here. This is going to be kind of stally. The question is, do we think Foul Play takes him out? I think it does. Yeah, it does. Alright. So Dondozo goes down. The haze was obviously the important part of that strategy. I'm just surprised Foul Play did so much. Maybe I shouldn't be. Alright, so Mimikyu comes out here. It's a nice shiny Mimikyu. I think at this point the Tatsugiri is kind of not super effective here, but I think I'm going to go ahead and Foul Play the Mimikyu just to try to break the sash, or break the disguise. And then we can, I think we just Rage Powder. I think we Rage Powder. Make sure that Murkrow stays around a little bit longer. Get the Icy Wind, that's fine. Take a little bit of damage. I'm okay with that. Now the question is I'm assuming if he's going Icy Wind, he's not going Trick Room. That would be a little weird. I would imagine. That would be not an ideal situation here. So he's going to taunt. Well, that's a little bit late. A little bit late for that. But that's okay. So the Foul Play is going to hit the Mimikyu. It's going to break the disguise. Now we can Foul Play again. So I'm okay with that. I think this is probably a good time to switch out the Amoonguss anyway. Amoonguss has kind of served its purpose. We have a dragon Pokemon here, and we have a fairy Pokemon and a ghost type. I think Sylveon makes a good case to switch in here in place of the Amoonguss. I don't see anything really major coming out and threatening the Sylveon. And then we just foul play the Mimikyu. So we're getting slowed down. I'm okay with that. Again, it's super effective, but Murkrow can take the hit. I don't really care about the speed drop because my Pokemon are fairly slow anyway. The play rough on the Murkrow, that's okay. I'm okay with that. Murkrow served its purpose anyway. So what we can do now, of course, I fully expect the, Shell Bell. That's odd. I fully expect the Icy Wind. Which is fine, because we're just making me slow anyway. So we'll go ahead and do a Rage Powder again. And again, I don't think there's a reason to TERA, because we're just out here not being threatened by much from either of these things. So if we go for a Rage Powder, that's okay. Let's see what we switch into. And if it wants to take Palafin. Okay, but this is not a buffed up Palafin. So it is very much going to have to take this this Hyper Voice, and I don't think it's going to want to. I mean, it's too late. I get priority Rage Powder, man. I don't know what you want from me here. Alright, so the problem now, of course, is that the Palafin can switch out, right? The Palafin is going to be able to do its little swap. And I can't really do much about it. I have to attack. So we have to go for the Clear Smog into the Mimikyu. And so I think... do we want to yawn the Palafin? I mean, the Palafin's going to switch out. It's going to come into whatever it was. What was the other Pokemon? The other Pokemon. I think we just Hyper Voice. So Palafin's going to... Oh, Palafin's not going to switch. It could. It could still switch. It could just go for the flip turn. No, we're going for Fairy-type Mimikyu. That's a bad move on your end. I don't know why you think that's a good idea. Here comes the flip turn. That's to be expected. That was a crit. That's not ideal. That's not ideal. So if the Sylveon goes down here, then I'm going to be in a little bit of a worse shape. So I'm assuming the Mimikyu is going to outspeed me because of all the speed drops from Icy Wind. The question is, what's this Mimikyu going to do? Yeah, it's going to take out the Sylveon. That's unfortunate. The good thing is the Clear Smog is going to do a shitload to Mimikyu because now it's fully super effective. Doesn't take him out, but that's okay. So we do have the Palafin in the back. That's a very big threat. However, we are still taunted, right? We can't protect? Yeah, no, okay. So we do have to attack. So the Clear Smog into the Mimikyu is fine. And then I think we probably have to do some damage here, so I want to go for the Rock Slide. TERA Garchomp is not going to be an ideal situation here because the Palafin is obviously going to be a problem. Yeah, I think this is not great. Unfortunately, I'm curious if TERA Steel, if TERA Steel would have been able to handle that play rough. It's possible, but Sylveon's HP was pretty low, so that feels like it probably would not be viable. But we'll see if Amoonguss can handle it. I don't know. We're taking out their TERA. They don't have a TERA anymore. They don't have a TERA anymore. Mimikyu's down. They've got Tatsugiri, and they've got Palafin. That is a very, very offensive set of Pokemon to go up against with a little old Amoonguss. But, you know, hey, man, who knows? Who knows? We might be able to handle this. We're surely not going to get Jet Punch to Oblivion, right? We still can't Spore anything, right? Yeah, all right. So this is probably the end of it. But let's see. Let's see what we can do. Never say never. Amoonguss is bulky. Could have TERA'd Poison there. then I wouldn't resist the Jet Punch. So, oh, it's Ice Punch. Okay, well, there we go. Probably should have Terra'd Poison. Doubt it mattered. But like I said, we were bound to lose eventually, so here we go. That was, that was a very interesting thing. Now, I wonder if I would have brought Lilligant, if that would have made much of a difference. Probably. That's tough to say. Because we were able to handle the Dondozo pretty easily. The Mimikyu was actually what gave me the most trouble, and Lilligant wouldn't have really helped deal with the Mimikyu. But let me go to rental teams. I just want to take a look and see what we have here. And just see where we at. Borrow battle teams. I would like to check details. There we go. Alright, so yeah, the Dondozo we were able to deal with foul play, but I feel like Lilligant being there would have made quick work, and we could have preserved the Murkrow. Because not having Tailwind with all that Icy Wind stuff, that was a bit of an issue. I don't know that there is really a good answer to Palafin on this team, though, without just Fast Leaf Storm, but I think after transforming, Palafin might outspeed Lilligant. I should probably find that out. Regardless, Torkoal Lilligant would have probably been a pretty good lead for this one. Although, with the ability to haze, we were able to get that Dondozo to not be super buff. And he couldn't really do much else after that to change it. And then, obviously, setting up all of those attack boosts with Order Up just made foul play that much more potent. Torkoal's Solar Beam could have been good there, but I wouldn't really have wanted to lock myself into Solar Beam, I doubt. Sylveon being able to Terra Steel may have been the answer to the Mimikyu, but I think Mimikyu was just doing a lot of damage anyway and getting double stab on Play Rough. Sylveon didn't have a ton of health left, so I don't know if it would have been able to survive even with the Terra Steel. That being said, I would have absolutely done Terra Steel Terra Blast into it on the next turn, but that was not ideal. It was a little too late for that. Amoonguss getting taunted by the Mimikyu. That Mimikyu was a problem, clearly, but Amoonguss getting taunted by the Mimikyu was definitely a bit of an issue. So, all in all, I think that was just a bad matchup for me. I don't know that this team really has answers to some of those Pokemon, especially Mimikyu. Mimikyu kind of hits this team pretty hard. So that's how it goes. We are currently 4-1, and we will come back next time with one more episode with this team, and then we will move on to another team. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please be sure to leave a like, and make sure you're subscribed for more VGC Battle Stadium with Scarlet and Violet. So yeah, I hope you're excited for that. I know I am. I will see you in the next episode. Goodbye.